Yeah, it was a tough night in the field. I thought we batted very well. I thought to get to 163 after losing 2 early wickets. Normally we've been getting off to good starts, but today we lost a couple of early wickets. But I think the rest of the guys, Watson, Binny, Mineria and Shah, got us to 160, which I thought would have been quite a good score. But unfortunately, we couldn't take any wickets. We couldn't take any early wickets. We didn't field particularly well. We had a few chances. We didn't get them. Some of the balls landed in strange areas, and he played well. I thought both Smith and Tendulkar played really well and took the game away from us. नहीं जब आप इस तरीके से हारते हैं तो ऐसे ज़रूर लगता है, पर मैं ये नहीं कहूँगा. कभी कभी ये 2020 का गेम है. मैं ज़रूर कहूँगा कि आज का जो परफॉर्मेंस था शायद फील्डिंग में और फील्ड में जो बॉलिंग का हमारा प्रॉब्ली वर्स्ट परफॉर्मेंस था. लास्ट के 3-4 मैचेस में अगर आप देखेंगे तो हमारी बॉलिंग ने बहुत अच्छी परफॉर्मेंस की थी, पर इस बार आज इस मैच में नहीं हो पाया और फील्डिंग भी खराब हो गई. तो ज़रूर डिसअपॉइंटेड है हम, पर सीजन को देखते हुए काफ़ी पॉजिटिव्स है. काफ़ी हम लोगों ने काफ़ी कुछ सीखा है सीजन में. Yeah, I mean, he is a strike bowler. When I don't play him, people say, why are you not playing him? And when I play him and if he bowls badly, then people say, why are you playing? So you can't win it always, no. I think Sean Tate has done a fantastic job for us this season. He was coming out of an elbow injury at the start of the season. He took some time to get into his rhythm, but in 4 or 5 games for us, he bowled really well. And it can happen. Sometimes in 20 games you can go for runs. Everyone goes for runs, so it can happen. But I think Sean Tate, I think overall, considering the whole season, he did a very good job for us, and shows that when you have an attacking fast bowler, what a difference it can make. I don't know. I mean, I'm going to obviously take a couple of months, a few months off from the game, and I will come back and I will decide, what my role is. Obviously, in discussion with my family, with the management at RR, with the ownership at RR. For me, the goal is to try and develop some good young players. I'm hoping that there are 2 or 3 young. I think we've got a couple of good young players in the middle order in Mineria and Binny, but whom we can develop and grow. But at the top of the order, I think someone, if we can find a good young player to bat with Ajinkya Rahane. There are a couple of guys who are not getting enough opportunities in other franchises. We are looking at them, and hopefully we can attract them to the franchise. If we can attract someone young and exciting, then I'll be happy to step aside and let him play. So we'll see how it goes. I'm the kind of person who generally stays fit and who will work on his fitness, but as to a decision as to whether to play and what to do and what will happen, I think it will only happen much later on, and especially in consultation with the ownership and management at RR. I am actually really quite happy with the things. I know I'm a little disappointed that when I look back at the season and you think that 18 points would have been enough to get to the playoffs. There are 2 or 3 close games that we lost. We look back at a game against Chennai, a game against Delhi. I think this game against Deccan Chargers a few days back, we didn't play really up to our potential. So there are 2 or 3 small things, and if things had gone our way, who knows? The season might have, we could have even made the playoffs. But overall, I think there are a lot of positives to take from it. I think Ajinkya Rahane's batting this year was absolutely sensational. I think Siddharth Trivedi with the ball again has been quite good. Ashok Mineria, Stuart Binny continue to grow as good young players. Ajit Chandela, Ankit Chauhan, both of them showed, as spinners what they can do. I think Gajendra Singh, the local boy from Rajasthan, unfortunately couldn't play, but I see that he's going to be pushing for spots next year if he keeps developing and keeps growing. We have 2 good young keepers in Srivas Goswami and Dishant Yagnik. Again, young boys, not big names, but trying their best. And again, I feel that they both have the potential to develop and grow and become better players in the season ahead. We also some exciting young overseas talents. When you look at Kevon Cooper, I think he came, apart from of course the established players, Cooper came in and did a good job for us, and hopefully he can come back next season. So all in all, I think there's a lot of positives, a lot of good young positives. Apart from the fact I thought that the spirit in the team was fantastic. I think it was a pleasure to lead the players that I led. I have to thank them for the spirit, the effort, the enthusiasm that they showed. I think that was top notch. Also, I think the support staff. I think we in Zubin Barucha and Monty Desai. We have not necessarily the most high-profile support staff names, but I think they're a very good team together, and I think they do a really good job and made my job a lot easier, and it was easier for me to fulfill the role that I was trying to play this year at RR. So I think there's a lot of positives that we can take from this whole season, and we'll come back next year and we'll learn from it, and we'll grow, and hopefully we can maybe make the playoffs in the next season, but we'll see. It's a long way away, and I think we need to all take a rest and relax and focus. I would also just like to thank the groundsmen and the RCA as well for their support and help over the last 2 months. I think it's it's important to get support and help from your association here, and I think we appreciate their help and support. You can look at it like that. Like I said, a couple of close games. That last ball loss to Delhi, yes, was a disappointing one. We lost the last ball game to Chennai. We were here against Chennai. They had to get 45 runs in 22 balls. We thought we had control of the game. So there were a few games like that which were a bit close and which should have gone either way. But it's not only about one game. 2 or 3 close games. But that happens. I mean, that's part of the competition. We won some close games as well. So you got to take it as it goes. But a lot to learn from, and I think the guys who played in some of these close matches, especially a lot of our young players, will gain from that experience and will be better off for it when they face the close matches next season. So I think these tight games is all about experience, and having that nous and experience to be able to do it in those tight games. And I think some of our young players will be better for it next year. Yeah, I mean, I thought when I was here to play a role and try and do a job at the top of the order. I thought me and Ajinkya Rahane formed a very good partnership, and we did the role that was expected of us. I thought in the first 6 overs we generally got off to good starts. Maybe the last couple of games in the tournament we couldn't click, which was again disappointing. But all in all, yeah, I think there's for me, I think batting is one thing and scoring runs is one thing, but it's just the overall feel and atmosphere and what we tried to create in the team was very satisfying for me.